Welcome to my channel. Let me ask you one simple question. Have you been learning English for months or even years, but still feel shy or nervous when you try to speak? Or maybe you want to write better English, but you don't know where to begin and it feels too difficult? If this sounds like you, don't worry. You are not alone. Many people feel the same way. And today, I'm here to help you change that. Learning English can be confusing and overwhelming, especially when you see so many grammar rules, long books, and difficult exercises. But what if I told you that you don't need expensive courses, complicated books, or perfect grammar to start speaking and writing better? What if I told you that there are simple, real, and powerful ways to improve your English every day, even if you are a complete beginner? That's exactly what I'm going to share with you in this video. This is not about memorizing long lists of words or studying grammar for hours. This is about learning English naturally. Just like a child learns their first language, we will focus on easy daily habits that you can do anywhere, anytime. Small steps that build your confidence, improve your skills, and make you enjoy learning. So please, stay with me till the end. I promise you'll learn clear, step-by-step methods to speak English without fear and write sentences with ease. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do to improve your English speaking and writing. No matter your level, let's start this journey together. Are you ready? Let's go. Do Chapter E, Build the Base. How to learn English like a child, simple, natural, and daily. Let's start with something very simple, but very powerful. Think about how babies learn their first language. They don't sit in a classroom. They don't start by writing essays. They don't even speak for the first year. What do? They listen every single day. They listen to their parents. They listen to sounds, stories, songs, and simple words. Slowly, their brain learns the patterns of the language. And then one day, they speak just one word. Then two, then a short sentence, and in a few years, they speak fluently. This is how language learning should feel. Natural, step by step, no pressure, no fear. Just daily practice. But here's the problem. Most English learners don't follow this path. They try to speak too early. They try to write before they know the words. They try to memorize grammar rules before they've heard enough English. And because of that, they feel stuck. They feel like English is difficult. But it's not. You just need to build your base first, just like a child does. So, in this chapter, we're going to do exactly that. We will build your English foundation slowly, clearly, and naturally. And we will focus on listening, reading, repeating, and creating a daily English routine. Let's begin with listening. Listening is the first step in learning any language. But not just any kind of listening. You need easy and interesting listening. That means English you can mostly understand, even if you are a beginner. Don't start with difficult news or fast movies. E-part. Start with slow English stories, basic conversations, or YouTube videos made for learners. Watch videos that speak slowly and clearly, that matches your level. For example, in the morning, when you brush your teeth, play a simple English podcast. It can be just Woo minutes. When you cook, play a story in English. When you walk to work or school, listen to an English conversation. The goal is not to understand every word. The goal is to let your brain get used to English sounds, rhythm, and structure. That's how babies do it. And that's how your English will grow. Even when you are not studying, next is reading. Reading is powerful. When you read in English, you learn new words, new grammar, and natural sentence structure. But again, don't start with hard books or textbooks. Start with easy stories. Short books, comics, English with pictures, English with simple sentences. You can even read English subtitles on your favorite show, or simple blogs, short news articles, or English stories for kids. Reading is input. The more input you give your brain, the stronger your base becomes. Let's talk about repeating. This is something most learners skip, but it's very important. When you hear a simple sentence, repeat it. Say it out loud. For example, if you hear "I'm going to the market," pause and say, "I'm going to the market." Do this again and again. This is called shadowing. You hear it, then you speak it. You copy the pronunciation, the speed, the tone. You train your mouth, your tongue, and your brain all at the same time. You don't need a partner. You don't need a class. You just need your voice and your ears. Here's a small exercise. Every morning, say 3 simple sentences out loud. You can use real examples. Today is a sunny day. I am brushing my teeth. I feel happy today. Say them again and again. Try to say them without thinking too much. This is how fluency starts, with small steps. Now let's build a daily English routine. It doesn't need to be long or difficult. Just Sherwoo to Sans minutes a day. Here's an example plan for beginners. Morning. Listen to a short English podcast while brushing teeth. Woo minutes. Afternoon. Read a short story in English. Sure minutes evening. Watch an English video and repeat 3 sentences. Sherwoo. Minutes. Night. Write 1 or 2 sentences in a notebook about your day. That's it. Simple. Easy. Daily. You don't need to study for hours. You just need consistency. The more you do this, the faster your English will grow without stress. Now you may ask, when do I speak? When do I write? The answer is after your base is strong. First, build your input, listening and reading. Then, naturally, your mouth and hand will be ready to speak and write. You'll know more words. You'll understand more grammar without even studying it. You'll feel more confident because your brain is full of English. Not rules, but real, living English. So remember this. You don't build a house by painting the walls first. You start with the foundation. That's what we are doing in this chapter. We are building your foundation. In the next chapter, we will take the next step. Start speaking English without fear, without waiting, and without needing perfect grammar. Yes, you can do it, even if you are alone. Even if you are shy. But first, your homework. Create your own small English routine. Choose one thing to listen to. Choose one thing to read. Start with just your minutes. Write it down and start today. Let's move to Chapter R, where we break the fear and begin to speak freely, even if your English is not perfect. Ben Chapter R, speak first, not perfect. Break the fear and speak. Now I'll start speaking when I'm ready. But let me tell you a secret. That day, when you feel Bifinger e-bite ready, may never come. I've met so many English learners who say this. They study grammar for years. They learn vocabulary. They understand videos and read books. But when it's time to speak, they stop. Why? Because they're waiting for the perfect moment. They're waiting for their English to be good enough. But the truth is, you get good at speaking by speaking, not by waiting. Think about how you learned your first language. Did your parents say, "Don't talk until your grammar is perfect"? No. You just started speaking. You made mistakes. You said funny things. Sometimes people laughed, but they didn't stop you. They encouraged you, and slowly you improved. Speaking comes with practice, not with perfection. That's the main idea of this chapter. Speak now, not later. Not when you're perfect, not when you pass the test. Speak now, even if you make mistakes, because mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are your teachers. Let me explain this with a quick story. I once had a student named Raju. He was very smart. He could read English well. He understood grammar rules better than most people, but he never spoke in class. I asked him, "Why don't you speak?" He said, "I don't want to make mistakes, Cow. People will laugh." I told him something simple. Nobody becomes fluent by being quiet. We made a deal. Every day, he had to say one sentence in English, even if it had a mistake. At first, he was nervous. He said, "I am going to market." I smiled and said, "Great! Now say it again. This time, say to the market." He repeated it. That was it. One sentence a day. After a few weeks, he started speaking more. Now, he works in customer service and talks in English every day. Not because he's perfect, but because he practiced. So, how can you start speaking today? Even if you have no partner, no class, no teacher? Let me give you a few powerful, practical ways. Iri, use your phone as your practice partner. Your phone has a voice recorder. Use it. Every day, speak 1 or 2 sentences and record them. Talk about your day. For example, today I woke up at Chi. I went to work by bus. I feel tired but happy. Listen to your recording. Don't judge yourself. Just listen. You'll start noticing your mistakes. You'll also notice your improvement over time. Nat, this is one of the best ways to build confidence, especially if you are shy. R. Shadow native speakers. Shadowing means listening to a sentence and then repeating it, like an echo. You can use any slow English video or podcast. Choose short sentences. Pause the video. Repeat the sentence exactly the same speed, same tone, same words. For example, if you hear here, I don't know what to say, you pause and say, I don't know what to say. Try to copy the rhythm and pronunciation. At first, it feels strange. But very soon, your mouth and tongue will get used to the flow of English. Shadowing improves your speaking speed, pronunciation, and confidence, all at the same time. Sen. Talk to yourself in English. Yes, really, this may sound funny, but it works. You can talk to yourself while doing daily activities. When you cook, say, now I am cutting vegetables. I need salt and pepper. When you're getting dressed, I will wear my blue shirt today. These small sentences make a big difference. You start thinking in English. You stop translating. You build speaking fluency without needing anyone else. Remember, you don't need a perfect environment to practice. You just need your voice and a little courage. Su. Make speaking part of your routine. Choose a time every day. Just 10 minutes, maybe after breakfast or before sleeping. Set a timer. Speak freely. Don't prepare. Just talk about your day, your plans, your feelings. At first, it will feel difficult. That's okay. Keep going. The secret is not talent. The secret is consistency. Celebrate mistakes. Don't hide from them. Mistakes mean you are learning. Every time you say something wrong and then correct it, your brain gets stronger. Don't feel bad. Feel proud. Most people never even try. But you are trying. That's the path to fluency. And here's something important. Nobody cares if your English isn't perfect. People care if they can understand you. People care if you speak with confidence. So stop trying to sound perfect. Just try to be clear. You. Let me end this chapter with a message. Your English is better than you think, and it will get even better when you stop waiting and start speaking. You don't need to speak fast. You don't need to use big words. Just speak a little every day. That's how fluency grows. In the next chapter, we'll discover one of the most powerful tools for improving both speaking and writing, reading. Not reading for a test, not reading a boring textbook, but reading for fun, for pleasure, and for real progress. But before we go to Chapter 10, here's your task. Record one short message in English today. Just one sentence. Say anything. Listen to it, and tomorrow say another. You are now a speaker of English. Keep going. Bonnie in Chapter 10. The Secret Power of Reading. Read more. Speak and write better. Many English learners don't understand how powerful reading is. They think reading is only for students who want to pass tests or write essays. But reading is actually one of the best tools you have to improve everything in English. Speaking, vocabulary, and grammar. Today, I want to show you why. Reading is a secret power you should use every day, and how to make it fun and easy. First, let me ask you, have you ever tried to memorize grammar rules? Maybe you studied lists of verbs, tenses, or complicated sentence patterns. How did that feel? Maybe boring or confusing? Or maybe you forgot most of it soon after? That's because grammar is like the rules of the game. But you don't learn to play football by reading the rules. You learn by playing. Same with English. Reading helps you learn grammar without memorizing rules. When you read a simple, fun book, your brain sees how English works naturally. You see how sentences are built, how words connect, and how people express ideas. You learn vocabulary in context, not just isolated words in a list. This helps you remember words better and use them correctly. For example, if you read the sentence, "She goes to the market every day," you understand the use of goes with she naturally. You don't need to study the grammar rules separately. Your brain understands it by seeing it again and again in reading. Now, many beginners ask me, what should I read? And what if I don't understand many words? Great question. First, choose books or stories that are easy and interesting for you. Don't start with big novels or difficult textbooks. Start with short stories, children's books, or English books made for learners. There are many free books online and apps with stories for beginners. Pick something you like. Maybe a story about animals, friendship, or travel. When you enjoy the story, reading becomes fun, not work. Second, don't worry about understanding every word. You can guess the meaning from the story. If you stop every time to look up a word in the dictionary, you lose the flow and fun of reading. Instead, try this. If you don't know a word, skip it and keep reading. If the sentence or story still makes sense, that's okay. Your brain will learn from the context. This is how children learn too. The meaning becomes clear with the whole story, not just one word. Third, try to read aloud sometimes. Reading aloud helps your pronunciation and speaking skills. When you say the words, your mouth gets used to English sounds. You can also practice your intonation and rhythm, how English rises and falls when we speak. This will help you sound more natural when you speak. Fourth, retell the story in your own words. After reading a short story or a paragraph, close the book and try to tell the story to yourself or someone else. Don't worry if your words are simple or your grammar is not perfect. Just try to speak. This practice boosts your speaking fluency and helps you remember new words. Now, you might wonder, can reading really help my writing too? Absolutely. When you read a lot, you see how sentences are made and how ideas connect. Core. This gives you many examples to use when you write. You learn new phrases, better sentence structure, and how to organize your thoughts. Reading also gives you ideas. If you read a story about friendship, you can write about your friends. If you read an article about travel, you can write about places you want to visit. Reading fills your mind with ideas, and ideas are the first step to writing. Let me share a small exercise for your writing. After you read a short story or article, write 3 or 4 sentences about it. It can be simple, like, I like the story because it was funny. The main character was kind. I want to read more stories like this. This helps connect reading and writing and builds your confidence. Now, I want to recommend some books for different levels. Beginner, The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle, Oxford Bookworm Stage, e-short stories. Or simple graded readers. Elementary, Charlotte's Web by E.B., White Children's Classic, Penguin Readers. Level R or Sen, Intermediate, Harry Potter series. Start with the first book, The Secret Garden, or graded readers. Level, Sand above. Advanced, any book you enjoy. Try novels, news articles, or blogs about your favorite topics. Remember, reading is not a race. Read at your own pace. Enjoy the story. Feel the words. The more you read, the better your English will get naturally. Before we finish this chapter, let me tell you about a moment that many learners experience, and it changes everything. It's the moment you realize you don't need to memorize grammar rules or study long lists of words. Instead, you just need to read more. Reading will teach you everything in a simple, natural way. So start today. Pick a short story or book. Read a few pages. Read out loud if you can. And after that, try to tell the story in your own words. This simple habit will improve your speaking and writing much faster than memorizing. In the next chapter, we will talk about writing, how to write clearly, simply, and with confidence. You will learn easy tips and tricks to practice writing every day. But before that, here is your homework. Choose one easy English book or story. Read it for 2 minutes every day. Read it out loud at least once. Try to retell the story in your own words, to yourself or a friend. This small daily habit will unlock your English skills faster than you think. Bing Chapter 2. Writing made easy. Start with small steps, not big essays. Now that you have been listening, speaking, and reading English regularly, it's time to start writing. It's time to start writing. But don't worry, we won't begin with big essays or complicated grammar rules. Writing can be simple, fun, and easy. If you take small steps every day, writing is just another way to practice your English. Just like speaking or reading, many learners feel afraid of writing. They think, I have to write a long essay with perfect grammar. This thought stops them from trying at all. But writing is not about perfection. Writing is about communicating your ideas clearly. You don't have to write long stories or big reports to improve. Even one sentence a day can make a big difference. So, in this chapter, I will show you how to start writing with small steps. You will learn how to write simple sentences, short diary entries, social media posts, or quick emails. These small pieces of writing are useful and realistic. Most people write like this every day, not long essays. Why start small? Think about learning to walk. No one runs before they can take one step. The same goes for writing. Start with one sentence, then two, then a short paragraph. This way, writing feels natural and you won't feel stressed. For example, you can start by writing about your day. Today, I woke up at 6 a.m. I ate breakfast and drank coffee. Then, I went for a walk. Just 3 simple sentences like this are a great start. You are practicing writing and organizing your thoughts. Use sentence patterns. One way to make writing easier is to learn a few sentence patterns. Patterns are like building blocks. When you know a pattern, you can change parts of it to make new sentences. For example, a simple pattern is I at verb pod, object. I eat breakfast. I watch TV. I read books. Or you can use subject am I sorry adjective. I am happy. She is tired. They are busy. You can practice these patterns in your daily writing. This helps you build confidence and improve grammar without thinking too much. How to check your own writing. When you write, it's important to check your work, but don't be too hard on yourself. Here are some simple tips. Read your writing out loud. This helps you hear mistakes and understand your sentences better. If a sentence sounds strange, try to fix it. Use online tools. There are many free websites and apps that check grammar and spelling. Tools like Grammarly or Hemingway Editor can help you find errors and learn from them. Ask a friend or teacher. If you can, share your writing with someone who knows English. They can give you helpful advice and corrections. Compare with reading. Look back at the books or stories you read. Do you see similar sentences? Try to copy the style or words. This helps you learn good writing naturally. Copy good writing to learn. One of the best ways to improve writing is to copy sentences or short paragraphs from books or articles you like. This is not cheating. It's learning. When you copy good writing, you notice how sentences are made, how ideas connect, and how writers use words. For example, if you read a sentence like, "The sun was shining brightly, and the birds were singing," you can copy it in your notebook, then try to write a similar sentence. "The rain was falling softly, and the leaves were moving." This exercise helps you practice sentence structure and learn new vocabulary, from one sentence to one paragraph. After practicing sentences, try to write a short paragraph. A paragraph is a group of sentences about one idea. For example, you can write a paragraph about your family. My family is small. I have one brother and one sister. We live together in a big house. We like to watch movies and eat dinner together. See? That's a simple paragraph. You don't need to use difficult words. Just connect your sentences with one idea, from paragraph to story. When you feel more comfortable, try to write a short story. A story can be just a few paragraphs about something interesting that happened to you or something you imagine. For example, yesterday, I went to the park. It was sunny and warm. I saw children playing football and people walking dogs. I sat on a bench and read a book. It was a nice day. This story is short but complete. You told what happened and how you felt. This is real writing, and you did it. Writing every day makes a big difference. The most important advice I can give is to write every day, even if it's just one sentence. Write something in English every day. This creates a habit. The more you write, the easier it becomes. The more you write, the better you get. Write about your day, your plans, your feelings, or what you see around you. You don't have to show it to anyone. Writing for yourself is a great way to practice. Connecting writing with speaking and reading. Remember what we talked about in the last chapters? Reading helps you see good English, and speaking helps you practice using English. Writing connects with both. When you read, you see how writers write. When you speak, you practice using words and sentences. When you write, you organize your ideas and check your grammar. So, writing is not a separate skill. It's part of the whole learning process. When you do these three, reading, speaking, and writing, together every day, your English grows fast. A simple writing challenge for you. Before we finish this chapter, here is a simple challenge for you. Write one short diary entry. Every day for 1 week. It can be just 3 or 4 sentences. Write about your day, what you did, what you liked, or what you want to do tomorrow. For example, today I cooked rice. I watched a movie. I feel happy because the weather is good. After 1 week, look back at your entries. You will see your English getting better. Step by step. Final thoughts for chapter. Writing is not hard when you start small. Big essays come later, after you practice many small steps. The key is to be consistent, not perfect. Write every day, use simple sentences, and learn from your reading and speaking. Writing helps you think clearly and communicate better in English. It makes you more confident, and it opens new doors for school, work, or travel. In the next chapter, we will talk about how to use your mistakes to learn faster and how to stay motivated on your English journey. But before that, don't forget oot. Start your small writing habit today. Write one short sentence about your day, then write another tomorrow. Keep going. You are building your English. One sentence at a time. Chapter Wove. Stay on the road. Make a Sensor Day plan to speak and write better. Congratulations. You've come so far on your English journey. You've learned how to build a strong base by listening and reading. You've broken the fear of speaking, and you've started writing step by step. Now, the most important part is to keep going. Learning English is not a race or a one-time thing. It's a journey. And the secret to success is building a daily habit. In this final chapter, I will help you create a simple, easy Sensor Day plan. This plan will use everything we talked about: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Whoa. The goal is to make your English better every day, a little bit at a time. When you do a small practice every day for Sensor Days, you will see real progress. And the best part is, you don't need to spend hours or feel stressed. Just a few minutes. Every day is enough to move forward. Your Sensor Day daily plan. Here is the simple plan I want you to follow every day for the next Sensor Days. You can do this at home, on the bus, or during your free time. You don't need a teacher or expensive books. You just need your phone, a notebook, and a little time. Listen for sharu, zhu. Minutes. Choose an English audio source you like. It can be a podcast, a YouTube video, or a simple English conversation. Listen carefully. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. The important thing is to get used to English sounds and rhythm. If you want, listen more than once and repeat some sentences aloud. Write woo sentences. Write 5 sentences about your day or your thoughts. Use simple words and sentences. Don't worry about mistakes. This writing practice helps you organize your ideas and improve your grammar naturally. You can write in a notebook or on your phone. Try to use new words you learned from reading or listening. Speak for our minutes. Speak English out loud for 2 minutes every day. You can talk to yourself, describe what you see, or tell a short story. If you want, record yourself and listen later. This helps you get more confident and improve your pronunciation. Remember, speaking every day breaks your fear. Read for 2 minutes. Choose a book, article, or story that you like. Read it slowly and carefully. If you want, Read aloud to practice your pronunciation. Try not to stop for every unknown word. Just enjoy the story and try to understand the meaning from the context. Reading every day improves your vocabulary and grammar. Why this plan works. You might wonder, why these times? Why not more or less? The key is balance and consistency. Wu. Minutes of listening helps your brain absorb natural English sounds. You train your ear to understand spoken English better. Woo. Sentences of writing help you practice grammar and vocabulary in a practical way. Short writing is less scary and easier to do every day. Our minutes of speaking may seem small, but speaking every day is what builds your confidence and fluency. It's better than long but rare practice. Minutes of reading keeps your vocabulary growing and shows you good sentence examples. When you do all four every day, you use different skills together. This balanced approach makes learning faster and more fun. How to stay motivated and avoid boredom. Many learners start with good energy but lose motivation after a few days. This is normal. So here are some tips to stay motivated. Set small goals. Your goal is to do a little. Every day, not to be perfect. Celebrate your progress, like finishing your first week or writing your first paragraph. Small wins keep you going. Change your materials. Don't use the same book or audio every day. Choose different topics, stories, or videos. If you like sports, listen to football news. If you like cooking, watch cooking videos in English. Variety keeps learning interesting. Use technology. Use apps, YouTube channels, or websites that teach English. Many have free lessons and practice exercises. Learning can be fun when you use interactive tools. Join a community. If possible, find friends or online groups who are also learning English. You can share your progress, ask questions, and practice. Speaking together. Learning with others feels motivating. Be patient with mistakes. Remember, mistakes are part of learning. Don't get discouraged if you say something wrong or write a wrong sentence. Each mistake is a step closer to success. How to measure your progress. It's important to see your progress to stay motivated. Here are easy ways to check. Keep a notebook or journal. Write a short entry every day. After Wu days or censor days, read your old entries. You will notice your sentences are longer, your vocabulary is better, and your ideas are clearer. Record yourself speaking. At the start, record a short speech or reading. After 2 weeks or a month, record again and compare. You will hear your improvement in pronunciation and fluency. Test your understanding. Try to listen to a new audio or read a slightly harder book. If you understand more than before, that means your English is improving. Final words. You can do it! Learning English is not about being perfect. It's about practicing a little. Every day. You don't have to be a grammar expert or a native speaker. You just need to keep moving forward, one step at a time. You've already learned so much by watching this video. Now, it's time to put everything into action. Follow the Sensor Day plan. Be kind to yourself and enjoy the process. English will become easier and more natural for you. Remember, the secret to success is simple. Practice a little every day. It doesn't have to be perfect. You will get better day by day. So, start today. Start right now. Your English journey is in your hands. You can do it. You done it. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a comment below telling me your English goals. I will read every comment and support you. Also, share this video with your friends who want to improve their English. Let's learn together. Thank you for watching, and I wish you the best on your English learning journey. If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to like it and subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot and helps me create more useful videos for you. Also, share this video with a friend or family member who wants to improve their English. Learning together is always more fun. I would love to hear from you. So please tell me in the comments. What part of English do you find the hardest? Is it speaking, writing, listening, or something else? I read every comment and reply personally because I want to help you as much as I can. Based on your questions and ideas, I will make more videos that match your needs. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, keep learning a little every day, step by step. You will reach your English goals